on how to use.
Fuck yeah, would you think I came here to just fucking sit around and not look up videos about fleshlights? We're recording, so everybody, don't embarrass yourselves.
Too late.
Now to this fleshlight video. So I guess what I want to know is...
What's it?
I just laugh because I see.
Say you have to go on the Pornhub for that.
Oh, the homepage is so distracting. It's like 8 interesting things all at once. Fuck. I want to look at fleshlight cleaning. You have to really focus the mind.
What would Elon Musk work on if he were 22?
Oh fuck!
That looks so interesting. Dude.
I really do need to watch that. That's exactly the sort of video I would
And
watch.
it's perfect. 2 minutes 55.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not.
Like
Judge
I'm not.
Judy, curb your retardation.
Those curb your videos are that
Oh,
title,
brilliant.
that meme is so excellent.
Is that still this account's YouTube account?
Is this is the podcast account?
Yeah.
Yeah. How to clean fleshlight.
Oh,
See,
oh
look,
my
a
God.
2-minute video, and we can actually.
It's
I
inappropriate.
understand. Of course it's inappropriate. What do you think I came? I'm like, this is the fleshlight. Even the term. I
He's
don't know
just gonna-
how that got.
He's
through
just gonna
the
be like,
marketing
yeah,
room.
get in there. You gotta get in there,
you gotta
nice
get
and
there.
clean.
You can, yeah, I like to use my
Spit
dick
on
to
it.
clean. I cover my dick in wire brush and oh fuck it. What's
You got a little, like
it?
Dick Brillo
Fairy-
pants suit
I
of
forgot
armor.
the brand name. I was trying to remember fairy soap
Oh,
liquid
yeah.
and pour that all
And-
over my dick and then fuck it.
Oh my god. Oh god, it's so gross.
Just for the record, I don't own a flashlight. This is why I have to research this.
Sure.
Imagine if I was just playing dumb. I'm like, yeah, let's look it up. This is in my history. This is like my most viewed video. I'm like, I gotta check out. Am I cleaning this right?
You're the one that's tremendously. We
Is this
didn't. We
working?
didn't need to know it was your most viewed video.
Oh right, okay. I gotta check this out. It's not working. I don't need to worry about flashlights except for just for pure curiosity. I just know about them. The first time I heard about them was on the Joe Rogan podcast because his old episodes, the first sponsor of the podcast.
Oh yeah, blame Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works now. Whatever you watch, whatever media you consume, when something goes wrong in your life, you just blame them.
Joe Rogan.
It's pretty fucking simple, dude.
To ensure your fleshlight stays as pleasurable as
Oh, they got
hot.
a woman to do it. Of course. As if
Literally
she,
every video as well.
of course, as if she fucking has one.
Yeah,
she's the
fucking
main
it.
consumer.
This is my vagina.
This is for all these fucking creeps out there who own fleshlights. I don't want to shit on
Creeps.
fleshlights or creeps. But
I'd say they'd like that.
I don't know, man. Look at it. Just look at it. First of all, you know what's weird about it is it looks like a giant black dick with a vagina on the end of it. Because
I'm
obviously
pretty-
it's a dick shape.
Oh my god, is it actually like disguised as a flash lamp? That like little, it's sitting on a cover.
Yeah, and it has a light. You can
so
turn
you
it
can
on.
take it in your car.
It turns on, so like when your mom comes around, you can just go look in the. She can use it to look in the freezer.
I'm just checking something. Mom.
I think something's gone off in here. All right. Let's check this out. I love it. I love the idea that she owns one. That she's like, yes, I'm here.
first used it, you need to make sure you clean it properly and as soon as possible after each use.
What a
Good care of
bummer.
your fleshlight takes just 3 easy steps. Wash, dry and powder. First,
Oh
wash
my
your
God.
fleshlight.
hot.
This is way.
Remove the fleshlight sleeve from the case.
Oh, there you
Rinse
go,
the
see?
case first,
It's not
then
mo-
focus
That's
your
not-
cleaning
no, no,
efforts
that's
on
not-
the
that's
insert.
not-
Fuck
Right.
this. How's this not machine washer
Oh, it
friendly?
is.
This is bullshit. Throw that in there with your kid's sippy cup and your porridge
Start by
bowls.
running warm water through it to flush through the inner textures.
Oh man.
Please note that the fleshlight recommend that you don't use soap as it can degrade the super skin material.
Holy
It looks
shit.
For a
Oh,
thorough
I just
cleaning,
nearly
Giant
lost my
rinse the
eyeball.
teeth.
sleeve inside and out with sex toy cleaner
gross.
and rinse again.
Sex toy cleaner. Oh my god, this is so extravagant. You have to have a whole fucking kit, and then they're gonna find your sex toy cleaner, and then be like, "What the fuck?" That's worse than someone finding a fleshlight. Is them finding your bottle of sex toy cleaner?
The second stage is to dry your fleshlight. Drying the case is easy, but the sleeve needs
like
a
my
little more
fleshlight wet.
attention.
Yeah, and she's just gonna get horny during this and start fucking it again. You're like, shit, I gotta just start this all over.
Lay the sleeve on a clean towel and gently pat it dry. Then leave the inside to
It reminds me of the Rick and Morty, the plumbus, or that whatever
Oh,
the fuck
yeah.
that little squishy meat thing.
First, you gotta rub it with Schleem.
Then the schleem is removed.
Rick and Morty need to overdub this. Just
And then a Grumbo comes and rubs it and spits on it. And there you go, your regular old plumbus.
I was wondering what flames were made.
air dry. The more textured your sleeve is, the longer you'll need to leave it. When your fleshlight is completely dry, inside and out, the final
really
stage is to use a renewing powder.
She really
It's
forced that
normal
word
to
in.
powder. Put some
They feel a
cocaine.
little tacky, and the
Go back
special
a bit.
Flashlight.
When she almost puked when she said flashlight. Go for it. Flashlight. Fucking,
I would be so. It's just holding that thing. It looked so fucking disgusting, all fucking jelly and shit.
When your fleshlight is completely dry, inside and out, the final stage is to use a renewing powder. It's normal for the sleeve to
sounds
feel
so
a little
terrible.
tacky, and the specially formulated powder will renew the soft and supple texture of your fleshlight
Oh
sleeve.
my god. She's just in her eyes. You can see her like knowing that she's
Yeah,
describing a
she's
fake vagina.
Oh,
She's
my
like-
my acting career is really going downhill.
But even just from like a moral standpoint, like just to own one of these is so
She's
strange
just like,
when you
I'll
think.
come and fuck you.
The more you
need
think
it.
about it, the worse it is.
Yeah.
That you're like, geez, yeah, okay. It's like
Do you know in like
eggs.
Japan though, there's like a record number of like people that are like under 30 and like virgins and never even married and stuff like that because they're like just completely shut off from the world. Like they go out and work and then
Yeah.
just come home, go online, go play video games and shit like that, and they bang
Yeah.
like robots and stuff like that, and they just
Yeah,
they have no interest of like
I saw
meeting a
some
mate and shit.
crazy thing about where this like in Korea they or maybe it was Japan where they have these influencers on Instagram where people will like or not Instagram but they like live stream with them while they're eating food, and
Oh
that's
my
all they
God.
do is they just watch these people eat food. So this like these women make millions and millions of dollars every year from people just watching them eat food, and they just talk about their day and
I've
stuff.
seen a videos of like a Japanese one that she's like it was always created like she was eating a squid or something like that, but like she has loads of videos of her just eating, and
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I was like, why is this person just videoing her eating? So
It's
this
like
is
so
why.
it's like all these guys who live at home who or wherever whatever their situation is who don't really have social
Yeah.
contact. They're all dating this one chick, but then they had this thing where this was like a Vice documentary or something, and they had won a competition to go and have an actual
Oh my
dinner with
God.
her, and the whole time that they were at dinner, they were watching on the phone her streaming
my
that
God.
dinner because they weren't
They couldn't
capable of
yeah.
like looking at her and talking to her
Oh
normal.
my God, it's
They were
her.
like, you know what? Actually, this is not at all what I wanted. I want to go home right now.
yeah.
It's so weird. But yeah, and then I guess so. Japan sees.
I can't do it with my pants off here.
Yeah, they're all eating. They're all eating with their left hand. And yeah, Japan.
What's
must,
knocking under the table?
So Japan must look
Nothing.
at Asia must look at the pocket pussy and just think that this is so like the 70s.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are like, it's like driving a fucking old ass beat up car. This is like so basic. Whereas they have the whole woman.
Yeah.
They have the little one. She'll talk to you. She'll probably make you a sandwich and stuff.
Take the renewing powder and sprinkle it all over the sleeve,
Oh my God, that's
inside
so
and outside.
That's the
Look, she's
worst
way-
marketing
Gently
ever.
rub-
They're like,
Yeah, why-
fucking your
why are
pocket
they so
pussy
worried
will
about
make
the
it feel
outside?
terrible.
Yeah.
Like you destroy it. That's not how vaginas work. You're like, oh, damn, we had sex once and I ruined the vagina.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get some restoring They need to come up with some better
I
marketing
shall
for that.
fetch the flour, darling.
Oh Jesus.
Lightly
Fucking
powdered.
hell.
Yeah, that's the total opposite of what you want. You're like, chuck some dry
Your
powder in that
cakey,
vagina.
cakey puss.
The powder in.
Get some cocoa.
Cakey. Yeah.
What the fuck have
Oh,
we
you know.
done?
There's a mental image for you.
Then pop the sleeve back inside the case and replace the lid.
Oh, it's so gross. Oh my god.
Oh,
can you
it's
take
giving
the
me
cap
shivers.
off? Can you is that a cap so you can like when you come you could just let it all
You can
run
shoot it
out the other end? That is also not how a vagina
You
works.
turn it. It's turned into a gun. You can add some propulsion to it. It's like, okay, line it up.
Jacking your flashlight.
You can load the pressure
For fuck's sake.
for the ultimate high precision cream pie.
Now
Oh,
with
this is terrible. Yeah, so you can like pump it up.
now with red
It's
dot
like
sight.
one of those things you use in the garden to like spray your weed. You like pump it up with pressure, and then you can just launch it at your sex doll cannon right in their pow, right in the kisser.
you pause your video of your one eating and try and get
Then install your flashlight.
Yeah, just on the MacBook.
Now I gotta get my powder, my sex computer powder cleaner kit.
I must restore my Apple. You're like, sir, the
I
warranty.
wonder if she
the
did a
warranty
video on how
doesn't
to
cover
clean that
cum
too.
damage. What did she show you how to clean your MacBook? That's what the Pocket Pussy is for. I guess is that that's why I was surprised with the cap on it, because I was like, oh, I thought the whole idea was that you could just like, oh, I suppose you don't want it. You wouldn't leave it. No, you wouldn't. Fuck this shit. You know what I just realized is that every
no idea
single
what you're
time you use this thing, you have to do what she has just done in this video. Like that in itself.
So you can't spend all morning in bed with your flashlight banging it.
Well, it's like it seems like
Get up, clean it.
It's so much more work for like probably not that much payoff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never fucked a flashlight, but I can't imagine it's that.
We
It's
should
so
get-
much better that it's worth doing dishes.
Look out to our vast, our vast fan base and see how many of them fuck.
Yeah,
flashlight.
please, all none
Call
of
us
you.
in, man. We'll
Hey,
make this
mom
a
and dad,
good-
do you know anything about flashlights? I know they'll listen to this in about 3 weeks and they'll be like, "What's a flashlight?" I googled it. I don't know what is it for. It looked like a vagina, but women were all using it on YouTube. That doesn't make any sense.
That's a great impression. Ian.
That's exactly what my mom sounds like. Yeah, well, now we all know how to clean a flashlight. I can't fucking for the life of me remember why we started talking about this.
You brought it up.
Yeah, but why did I?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I don't know how any
I
of
didn't
this
just bring
started.
it up.
You were talking about record numbers of.
Oh no, that
People
kind of
in-
came on after we started talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the left
'cause we were
flashlight.
talking, that was like
Yeah.
the evolution of it. Because I brought
Oh.
it up about the novice. This is like the
Yeah.
fucking the retro shit where you just get the old vagina stick. But I guess that's the thing is like women, you could go on the sex toy website and they got sex toys for fucking days. And gay guys, they got things too. But what is there really for straight dudes? I guess I've seen
I
this.
don't know. Look it
There's
up.
cock rings. I see them in the next to the Durex has a cock ring. What does it do? I don't know.
It
well,
vibrates.
well,
Yeah.
actually,
I might
no,
know a
but
thing
I
or
think
two.
that's more for the. Well, no, it's for both. But like you
Well, you
put it
get-
on the end and have like there's a little button and you put that at
And
the
it
top and it
vibrates.
vibrates,
Vibrates,
it
yeah.
vibrates
Yeah,
in the clitoris then as well.
But does that? I've never had my dick
Yeah.
vibrated. Does that do? Is that
good.
I don't know.
It's good. All right. All right.
All right.
Definitive. There's no
We got it.
arguing. It's not like Marmite at all. It's just good. All right. Well, that's good. So honestly, I can't remember why we brought this up. Maybe I'll listen back. It either happened
No, I
before.
think we opened with how. to
Yeah, I
clean a
think probably because I
flashlight.
was like, "This is gold." Look at this. Let me check this out. She's going in. What else has she got? Her other videos. This is. Oh, this is
her,
not.
her mouth looks like.
What's up with this chick? Male masturbation. How to
Oh
do
yeah,
it
look.
right. What?
If you turn her head sideways and look at the
Wait a
flashlight and then
minute.
look at her mouth.
Is she telling me?
Wait a what?
It's
Yeah,
the
you're
same
right.
thing.
Wait a what?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Types of male.
Wait a minute. I just want to. I want this. If I can find this, I want this to be a surprise. So I'm gonna unplug the screen for a second.
I can see it on the. I can see your laptop on the TV.
Oh, you're such a.
Don't look
prick.
at it then.
He can't. Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Let me see if I can find this. This is terrible. Let me see. Come on, there's gotta be. All right. I knew someone must have done this. As soon as Dave said it looked like a mouse, someone put little googly eyes on it.
Why have they got like a vampire one?
They go, oh my god, there's horrible ones with teeth and shit.
Still,
Oh, and then yeah, what
still
is
a better flashlight than Twilight.
what the fuck?
holy shit.
I just
man.
knew as soon as Dave was like, turn to the side and then look at her face and back to the flashlight. I was like, oh, yeah, it's like a little mouse.
Did you see that Hills Have Eyes one there?
Oh my god, I don't think I
What?
want to, but where is it now? Where?
Second row there. And
Oh, this one.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh
was saying with all
my
the
Who wants
fucked up
that?
little
God.
teeth. I don't know.
It's
Cust-
one of them is literally
Custom.
vomiting.
Oh, Jesus
They're
Christ,
custom
that's-
made. No, it's a tongue, isn't it?
Oh, maybe.
Oh my god, and one of them looks like a little worm, like a little worm mouth with a tooth.
Whoa.
That's so crazy. You find that in your husband's cupboard. His flashlight with the Hills Have Eyes adaptation pack. That's great. And he's got 3 of them. You're like, what did you need 3 of them for? He's like, you get bored. Oh, that's so
That is
fucking
fucking
horrible.
weird.
Liam,
Yes, that's me.
did you know diarrhea is what is it? How'd you say that? Hereditary.
Hereditary. Diarrhea is hereditary.
Yeah, it runs in your genes.
Uh,
Well,
wow.
that's very
We
good.
need a
that.
sound. We need the. Alright.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah, it's not good. It's just that it's weird when you're like having a conversation and someone just like fucking breaks.
Are we
into
still
a
talking
joke
about
and then-
flashlights?
No, we're done with the flashlights. We're moving on. I want to see this guy calling in sick.
Oh, this is
seen
brilliant, yeah.
Oh, you seen this, Sean? Have you seen this?
No.
Sean never
That's
watched the
really
video,
funny.
so it's so funny.
Are we getting it?
It's so cross. It doesn't sound
No,
seem
no,
like
it
it.
doesn't sound like it.
Sean, this is brilliant.
No, it's going through the TV. Goddamn.
How did that happen? It was just going.
It's because I plugged
Oh,
the
you plugged it
HDMI
out,
back in. Life is
Oh,
so
shit, yeah.
hard. You hear me, Somalians? You don't know struggle.
Oh my god.
Hi, yeah, this is Jordan calling. I just started there last week, and it's like really nice and stuff. And some of the boys are going out fishing tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be able to make it in for my shift. I was just wondering if I could take like a sick day or something.
I'm sorry. First of all, your first name was
Jordan.
Jordan.
Yep.
And you had just started last week.
Fucking Jordan. Your name's Jordan. First of all,
I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be an unapproved absence. You're too
She's
new, I believe,
shocked.
for a sick
Yeah,
day.
literally. goes
And
Well, I'm
It's
not
not-
actually. I'm not actually sick. I just need a day off to go fishing because it's so nice, and I
Yeah,
can't. I can't
He's
really.
like, I get it. I get it.
I don't want to give up the job because it's good bread for me, right?
I'm not disagreeing with you, but it's not a good legitimate reason to
She's
miss
like,
your
it
shift
is
from
good
work.
bread.
So it's going to be unapproved, and just so that you're aware, as far as our policy goes, that's probably a discipline.
Not good.
Well, what would be a good excuse? Like, can you just write something down for me?
I'm already
No, I
committed.
can't. I'm an assistant manager, and I could be the one that has to hold you accountable for it. So
Oh,
no.
you're a manager. Oh,
Yeah, not a good person to ask for an excuse. Sorry, and where do you work in the store?
electronics.
Electronics. Oh, so you're my associate at that.
Shit.
I'm Sylvia, and I'm your SWAT leader.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm the manager in charge of you. So
Oh,
I
he
can tell
plays
you
it
it
so
is
well.
definitely unapproved if you do not show up for your shift.
So I can't go fishing.
No, you can't go fishing.
It's just so nice out.
Yeah, that's one of the
Are you
responsibilities
sure
of
you
the
can't?
job.
You can't do me one just this
No,
week?
I'm sorry, I can't.
No, no, Jordan.
And just, I mean, it doesn't look very
It
good for
probably
you.
won't be busy though.
That's not the fucking
Jordan?
point.
Yeah.
You're not looking very good to me right now.
Can you
Not at all.
Well, I look good. I just don't sound good. I'm confused.
It's
Are
not
we
a very
FaceTime?
good
Can you
fir-
see me?
It's not a very
Oh, I've met you before. You don't. I didn't know you were a manager. You don't remember me?
No, I might have met you at the interview process, but I mean,
Oh,
we do
okay.
a lot of them, so I don't remember every face. No. So I'm going to tell you at this point, if you don't show up for your shift, it is an automatic unapproved, which will be a first level written discipline.
How many?
And within your first 90 days, that is
It's not looking good for
definitely
Jordan.
not a good thing.
How many of those do I get?
It's not. You're missing the.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to be here for your shift.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
I love how he kept the cool the whole way, and in
it's
his
the
first
best because
set.
then she gets off the phone. She's like,
We're here at the line where people are.
With this guy
Yeah,
just
yeah,
did
yeah. And they're like, "Who
Oh
the
my
fuck is
God.
Jordan? Are you all right? You all right, Ned?"
I just love as well the tone of it's the best because it's just completely non-existent, but she's so indignant and she's just getting ready. She's like, when I meet this Jordan kid, and then she's like immediately gone and looked at the list of staff. She's like,
Yeah.
where's Jordan?
Or some poor dude called Jordan's gonna get upset. You should have gone with a
Been
more
here for
common
years. I
name.
didn't start last week.
It's like a Best Buy or something. There's like an electronics section. That's yeah, poor fella. Yeah, you should look up the most common name and just.
It's
on
gonna be
average,
like
you get
a
300.
Chinese name or
Mohammed
I think it's
Baker.
Mohammed. Yeah.
No, but in America,
Oh, wait.
local, you could narrow
What is
it down.
what is the
Or even
most
better.
common name in 10 square blocks?
Yeah, of me. Yeah, soon Google will have that. I feel like at some point Google was talking about trying to like get scans of the inside of people's houses. That they're like, you want to make a 3D like a map of the world.
You
inside
just
the house.
look around people's houses.
That
Well,
wouldn't-
yeah, you could-
that
I
wouldn't be
don't-
handy
I-
for
I think
thieves.
that was that was exactly why everyone freaked out.
No.
Like, absolutely no.
I do
no
stuff in
way.
here. Like,
Yeah,
what
the
do you
fuck?
mean?
It's
Oh, I can see
already-
the safe there.
Everyone in my head, yeah, sure. What the
It's already, I mean, you can see how accurate Google Maps is. If you go on a map, you can see the height of buildings relative to other buildings and the shape of buildings. So you could for sure like see
If
where
they had like a
someone's
safe
house
room,
starts
or
and
like
stuff.
if they had like a secret room, or like rich houses, like they'd have rooms like that, like stash valuables and shit.
Oh yeah, you
you'd
can't see
definitely be
that
able
on
to-
Google Maps though.
Yeah, but if you had the shape, like you could see like a small room that was kind of kept aside, and you could take the plan of their
it's
house
not
and
very
shit.
secretive. You can see it from the outside. I'll say that much. Like a secret room.
I'll tell you, I'm on about the scans, like.
Yeah. Well, that's why everyone freaked out. They were like, I don't want you to fucking know how many rooms I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
and where's the doors and windows. Fuck off, you creep. First of all, it's like terrible for the government having that much control, but then as well, just for like random ass people. That's one of the weirdest things about like how
Google?
connected are. Well, Google, yeah, but Google's more worried about like the government. I wouldn't be. I don't know if it hit. Like I always worry what would happen if Hitler had Google. I don't know. It might have been a real problem. Because everything's fine now. You're like, even Trump, like, what does he do with his power? Like, he just kind of fucking calls people names and, like, you know, goes drilling for oil and stuff. But, like, Hitler, jeez. I was just watching this documentary on Auschwitz where they,
We're
like...
back on the Nazis.
we're always on the Nazis, Dave. You must never forget.
We should put in no blacks, no dogs, no Irish, no dogs, no Nazis.
No, because that ruins it, because we
Ye-
actually don't
yes,
want Nazis.
Yes, Nazis.
Do you know?
Yeah, but ironically...
Oh, yeah, true.
I was reading in this book.
Yeah,
True, I didn't even think of
Nazis.
that, yeah.
Yeah, but they won't get the sarcasm.
I was reading in this book recently.
Max is
it's
the
great.
Nazi.
That I'm a yeah.
But
I
he
was
is
reading that
Swedish.
I'm a Nazi, and I was like, shit. It's called the Etymologicon, so it's like a lexicon for etymology.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Really, really cool.
Awesome.
And it's talking about how
Nazis?
how Nazi would have already been like an existing kind of derogatory term in Germany. So like Hitler fucked up big time when he called his party the National Socialist Workers, whatever.
Yeah. 'Cause I always
Um,
thought, I was like, that's actually Nazi. It's S. And I was like, oh, they just make it sound Nazi because that's
Well,
cool.
it's
the
so
Z is
so-
scary. When things have Z in their names, like, oh, that's fucking weird.
But it's
But maybe that's the mix
socialist,
then.
so there is a Z in the socialism bit
Is there?
in German, yeah.
Socialism.
Listischer or something.
Oh,
like that.
yeah, okay.
But,
all right, sorry.
But yeah, it comes from
Dumbass.
I know.
it comes from Bavarian peasants, and how in Germany that people like peasants from that or farmers, whatever, people from that region would be considered stupid, or like in Ireland, you know, paddies, and Cork would be the butt of the jokes or whatever like that.
Yeah.
And Ignatius
What are you saying about Cork?
We're the butt of a joke.
in
Didn't you listen to him? He just said.
I'm from Cork.
Yeah, he's like, we're all in Cork, man.
You're a Swedish Nazi. We were just established.
Oh yeah, sorry. Who lives in Cork? Whatever. But Ignatius anyway would have been a popular name at the time, so people would have been called Nazi as like a pet name, and it's like, oh, shut up, Nazi, you know.
Yeah. Like how you call
So
what they
he's-
call the Germans Jerry's.
What?
That was Jerry was the name for the German army in World War II.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're gonna go fucking kill Jerry. And in World War II, the Vietnamese were Charlie. Like, you give them names.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're not gonna call them all Bob and Tim and Steph and whatever their fucking real names are.
So everyone they saw in the Vietnamese army,
dehumanized
they
them.
just went up. Hey Charlie.
That's
Hey
Charlie.
Charlie. Hey Charlie.
You wouldn't go out, hey, you'd shoot at them. And it was like guerrilla warfare. That's why Vietnam was so fucked up, is because it was like
Yeah.
you'd go into a village and like it would just be like 7 people out of the 100 in the village were the soldiers that we were
Yeah.
looking for. And then
They kill everyone.
no, I don't think so. They would get killed a lot. I don't know. My dad doesn't talk about it much. See, look, where's... Oh, see, I've only heard the translated... Oh, here we go. National Sozialist Deutsche Arbeitsparty. Sorry.
Does not sound like a
Jesus.
party at all.
Sorry, yes. Ain't no party like a Nazi party.
There's no.
Ain't no party
Z
like a
in
Nazi
SS
socialist party.
Club.
Follow me. The SS Club. SS Club. SS
Ain't
Club
no
7.
party like a Nazi
It's
party.
Club 33. Hitler forever. Yeah, the documentary on Auschwitz is amazing. Seeing it all in color, like there's something so weird about like when you see all the Nazi
Yeah.
rallies and it's all fucking red and shit and all colors and shit. You're like, whoa, that makes it look even more fucking
Colourful.
but like more intense,
More
'cause
whacked,
when
yeah.
you
It's
see
more,
Hitler
yeah,
more like
fucking losing his mind, but then you see him in color
like a bit
losing
more
his mind.
sinister,
Yeah, I know.
like.
It's like, and then they're gonna bring it out in HD, 3D,
Yeah.
and and then he's gonna convert. They're gonna bring out the Hitler hologram, and he's
They're
gonna
gonna-
go off and convert a bunch of people, and then they're gonna exterminate.
Jews?
Yeah, but online Jews, like they're not going to be real. They're holograms, so they
Oh.
have to go after.
So they're gonna make a
They'll go after
bunch of Nazis
fictitious-
are gonna make a hologram Hitler.
They're going to make hologram
recruit,
Hitler
to
right.
recruit
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
to recruit hologram
He's
followers.
Gonna, oh right, he'll get real followers.
And then to
yeah,
go-
you're right.
and
Oh,
go
sorry, I
and
didn't think
kill-
about that shit. I was like hologram Hitler. He'll be in hologram world talking to hologram people. But you're right. He'll go out. It'll be like Coachella with Tupac, but
Are they gonna give
Nazis.
hologram Hitler AI?
Yeah, probably not. I don't know who's developing.
You were the one who was talking about it.
Oh yeah, well he'll have. Oh yeah, he must, I guess. Or maybe he would just be like Hitler. You wouldn't have to be AI. He could just be like, we kind of know what Hitler was about. Like you don't have to figure it out. He was pretty outspoken.
So you were yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. He could just go around. You could do a tour. It's so creepy now. They're like buying the rights of dead celebrities to have them do
Hologram.
tours around the world. Like I need to put that in
That's
like my
fucking
will.
Weird.
Yeah,
for
I
their
want that in
family.
my will. No, the family sells the rights. Like the
Yeah.
family has the right to the estate and their likeness. Because you can't just like
Yeah,
make
like-
a TV advert with fucking
song
Kobe
or-
Bryant in
yeah.
it or something and not
Right.
get his family's permission.
Yeah.
Apparently, I guess you probably could. You
Or
could
even
try
movie,
that.
even make like a documentary.
If you wanna break the law,
tour of
go to
Ontario
China.
movie.
Well,
You can't. You'll have to get the permission of the family and stuff.
I always wonder about that because sometimes they say the most outrageous stuff in movies and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah,
did you? They said you could
Yeah.
say that because fuck. I mean,
yeah. Obviously, like
You don't
and,
be
like when they
talking about
make
me
when
like
they
that.
when they do like movies and like people are horrible, when like
that's
and
what
their
I'm
like
saying.
family is there
Well,
like
sometimes the family probably loves. They're like, yeah, he was a
yeah,
motherfucking
you know,
piece of shit.
fucking, yeah,
But
yes.
sometimes I've
You got
seen
him
movies.
so right.
They must like fuck with them sometimes where they ask permission and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then they just make this movie where like they fucking
Look it up if it has
all the
ever
butt
happened.
fuck- Yeah, I'm sure it has. I don't know how to Google that quickly. How do you Google that quickly? If you can give me a quick Google. I'm bored already.
I'm very good at doing that, but I can't think of that one. That's a hard one.
Yeah, so the idea now is that like you're gonna have to put it in your fucking will or something. Like, hey, family, don't be fucking reanimating my fucking corpse and sending me off to do whatever. You could have your Siri.
Family.
Your Siri could be your
sues
great granddad.
Film studios for defamation of relative.
Oh, let's just go most famous. You came up with defamation, so that's pretty good because I didn't have a word there. Most defamatory. Most famous defamation cases. Yes, Google, you're the best. I didn't want
Yeah,
to
but that's
type
probably
any of
gonna-
that shit. You just were like, "Hey, lazy guy, I know what you want." I'm like, "Yes, Google, feed it to me. That's exactly what I want." Fuck BBC. I hate the way Google
Everyone.
because
It's
Google
just
has paid,
everyone has been on the
the
BBC.
BBC, yeah, the
to fame.
BBC, the BBC has paid Google. They're like, hey, just things that come up that sound like news, to just fucking tell them our website shit about it. I'm like, that's not at all what I'm looking for. Of 2017,
Maybe say like
I want of all
celebrities or
fucking
something.
time. Jeffrey Rush, isn't
Katie
he the
Holmes.
director? Okay,
Oh,
shit,
dead. You should put it dead as well.
Jeffrey Rush.
Oh
is-
yeah, okay, Dad, you're right. Okay, you're pretty fucking good at this.
Yeah, well, I saw Katie Holmes and she's alive, so I was like,
This is shit. He's like, there's nothing spicy about this.
no, it's still the same
fuck,
thing.
This is so boring. Can you defame the
Yeah,
dead?
fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Like, can you? Yeah, they can't be defamed under English law. Thanks. Well, you just
But
missed
that's
out on the click,
English.
guys. You
Hollywood,
should-
maybe add Hollywood.
Oh my god, I'm so bored of not looking.
Then
no,
leave it,
no,
leave it. I
yeah.
don't care.
Oh, because you're talking. You keep talking like you.
I just like talking.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. You came to the right place. Welcome to a podcast. All right, let's look at another one of these videos. We might just go through the hookers and cocaine one because it's just funny.
What?
We're
Yeah.
here at the line where people are
Oh,
doing
Tina.
it the old-fashioned way.
She
They're
took a
just
nap.
filling out
Legend.
bubbles here. I want to turn some of these people around and ask you guys,
They're doing
sir,
the lottery.
can I ask you what your lucky numbers are?
Fake news.
I'm gonna pick 14, 24, 2, 7, and 15.
Oh, those are your lucky numbers. Can I tell you
now
what? Do you know
everyone
your
knows them.
chances of winning?
Slim to none.
Slim to none. You're right. Let me tell you, it's
Oh,
one
she's
out of
so- why would you do that?
292 million. What do you think about
Did
that?
you know you're an
I
idiot,
knew it.
sir?
You knew it. Your
You
numbers
knew it,
are
did
lucky,
you?
though.
I've
Am I
done the
right?
numbers.
That's what
Can I
Slim
ask
means.
you, if you won all the money, what would you do with it?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
Oh, good.
I'm
We were
sorry.
hoping for a different answer. That's right.
She's lying. She's lying. As my man. I don't know what I'm doing after this.
Skip the hookers,
Come
bro.
on, even a news reporter has got to be bored by these kind of things where you go out and ask people the most cookie cutter questions, and then to have someone respond with a fun thing, like that's got to be great. I think that'd be the highlight of my day was when the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get some hookers and cocaine." Like that chick. Can you imagine interviewing that dude? We're doing a podcast and we're talking.
Sean wasn't
Stop
talking.
showing things, dude. You know how conversations work? You're
No.
so out of just reality.
True.
That one. Have you seen that chick? The ain't nobody got time
Oh
for
yeah,
that. Coming over
I'd
here?
watch it again though.
Oh,
It's been a while.
I don't know
14
if I
minutes.
would.
though?
Ever actually
That's
seen
the
it.
best
No,
news
that's
interviews
best
Oh,
news
ever.
right. What is it? Is it ain't nobody
I
got
ain't,
time for that?
ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't no man. Ain't no-
Ain't no, have you? And then they made a song out of it. Oh,
That's the tune.
that is the is it? Oh, this is 2 minutes. I just want the original. Oh, here you go.
One resident describes her horrifying experience
never
when she
seen it?
first realized
Oh
the
my
complex
God.
was on fire.
This is what it's like, David, when you don't spend your life on Facebook. Sometimes you
How
don't
how
see
did you see
all-
it?
Me, I actually saw it from the song. Like that song, someone was playing that song in the video, the song that they made of this. You know the song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I haven't seen it, but I knew there was a
Someone
song.
else referenced it. But I'm just saying, like, it's very easy to not have seen every video on the internet if you don't spend all your time.
No,
on
but
the
this is like
Have
a
you seen
famous
that?
one. Like, these are big ones. Like,
I
Have
know,
you seen
but
that other
seen
guy
every
as well?
video.
Who's like
You
they
see the big
climbing
one.
in your window,
Yes,
they
snatching
snatching
up
your
your
people up.
Hide your wife,
Hide
hide
your
your
kids.
kids.
Yeah,
But I
And you
only
can
know-
run and tell
one.
it.
Yeah, but I only know
I've
that
seen the
because
Hide Your
of
Kids.
Songify again. And
Yeah.
weirdly, I've never seen the. I might never have seen this original.
Oh, and
until-
Go give me a
Damn
cold
drops. Have you seen that guy? The guy goes out in his car and like reviews fast food.
damn.
Damn.
Dude, I only that's Songify again. That's
Yeah.
literally it's so weird. I don't know why that. I must have been subscribed to Songify for a couple months because I don't watch it anymore. But
Dude, why is she using her porn name?
Sweet Brown. That's a great question. What is
Yeah.
that? That's,
Good
maybe
call.
that's her
I
street
think there's
name.
like, I'd say her name is like.
Sweet Brown, probably.
Yeah, but that's her street name.
A lot of
I ain't
people
giving you
call
my
Sweet
real
America.
name. Fuck you want to know
Yeah.
my name for? Who you gonna tell?
realized the complex was on
These are hood
fire.
people.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop.
Yo, this is like my
Then I
mom.
thought
This is like
somebody
my
was
aunt.
barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire!"
Yes.
Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing. Jesus, I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
What's even funny is people just love that she said that, but it's even funnier that she said for bronchitis is such an abstract thing. Bronchitis, ain't nobody got time for that. Fuck that. What's the and then I don't know. Let me just hear the song for old time's sake because I haven't heard. I can't.
Oh.
Is this gonna be the? Oh yeah, I don't want that.
Ain't nobody got time for. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time
I
for
would
that.
rock this song.
Ain't
This
nobody
is
got
awesome.
time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing. Jesus, I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, "Oh Lord
Whoa,
Jesus,
that was
it's a
just
fire."
on the line. Did you see that?
Jesus, it's a fire.
Let's see what?
Oh, I don't
Ain't
know.
nobody got time for that.
What?
What?
Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time.
What?
Nah.
That's Monty
I
Python.
don't- Yeah, no, but
You're just trying to call her a monkey? Is that what you're trying to say?
yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty
They're just
fine.
things
I
to
don't
dancing.
know. I
Oh
think
my
it's
God.
just
Some
funny
chicks
things dancing.
dancing,
Yeah.
Oh my God, chill out.
See,
If you
the
were
Swede
racist,
are
you
always
wouldn't-
thinking
you
about
would-
it.
if you were racist, you wouldn't make a video and promote this black woman. It's a fucking awesome song. I don't know. I every time it's like you can't say anything negative about the color black or mention black people and monkeys within 5 sentences of each other without people like going,
Oh.
They're like, you can probably tell if someone's a racist.
Yeah.
Like, I never met a racist that I didn't know was a racist.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Jesus, 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 it's a fire. Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." said, oh Lord, Jesus is a fire. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus,
Got a
Jesus.
faith healer.
Yo.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time.
I wonder what happened to her after the video. Did she get like money or like any fucking thing?
Yeah, it's weird because there are people who become
like that
legitimate
one-
celebrities on the internet.
What's her name? That young one. That what the fuck?
Cash Me Outside.
Cash Me Outside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cash Me
yeah,
Outside.
yeah.
Bad Bobby.
Yeah.
Her name upsets my brain.
She got like millions off like that
Bob-
fucking
Bob the
video,
Bobby.
that clip.
Who the fuck is that?
You don't know Cash,
Cash
Me
Me
Outside?
Outside.
Cash Me Outside.
No.
Dr.
missed that
Phil.
one
We
too.
really don't need
No,
to
we don't
watch
have to
it,
watch that one.
It's
That
just
one's
this chick who
not-
came on
it's
Dr.
not
Phil,
real.
and then, I don't know, either Dr. Phil was like, yo, you better watch your mouth. And she was like,
She's
oh,
like, what?
you gonna catch me outside? Go catch me. He's like, what is that? What is it that you're saying?
Yeah.
She's like, catch me outside. I mean, we go outside, we'll fight. And she's this like white
12-year-old
trash type.
fucking,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
It's like, you know, one of those
No,
American
no,
shows.
because
like-
her ma sat next to her going, she's just acting out, she's never been this way. She looks like some...
No, it's, and then
She's
one, it's
not
one of
white
those shows
trash.
that they're... No, it's not
No,
white trash.
no
It's like
white
those
trash.
shows...
The
you know,
impression I got right
No,
is
the
that
shows
she
the
was some
Americans, they-
middle-class chick who was
that,
like,
like-
Oh, right,
hanging out with some
it's
people.
like troubled teens
and,
or like my teen is
you know, trying to
bad to the
act all
bone and like
whatever on the
Jerry
surface.
Springer
Let's not
type
talk
shit.
over
You know?
each other. Let's not talk over each other. It's horrible to listen to. How do you? I'm pretty
Bad,
sure
bad, black sheep.
she's misspelled bad, but I can't remember how she misspelled it. So, wait, bad daddy, Bobby. How is this not suggesting? Fuck, bad Bobby.
She adds a
bestie?
H.
Oh, now she's a celebrity. Well, it's basically she made a career off of it. But
She's
is
a
there-
rapper now.
Bad Bobby.
Jeez.
But it doesn't it sound? It sounds like she's Middle Eastern. But with the H's, Bad Bobby the rapper, Dr. Phil. No, full
episode.
Okay, yeah. That's what I need. I need
Just type in "Cash Me Outside." I'd say.
You gonna cash me outside?
Just type in "Cash Me Outside." Just type in "Cash Me Outside."
Cash me outside. Did they ever make a
Dr.
South
Cash
Park
Me
about
Outside.
that?
Oh wait, look at that. Full episode is 4 minutes and 7
Well,
seconds.
like it would be. It's like you know, like fucking what's that thing?
Oh my god.
That guy in
Trap-
England.
Do we want to hear the trap remix? No.
Jeremy
Of course
Cull. You know, they're only like they come on for like
Fucking
10 or
hell.
15 minutes. You know, it's not a full episode. They're
not. All right,
dealing
well,
with
look,
the
I'm
same
gonna
person.
have to dive into this full video.
Everything has to be Barbara Ann's way or no way. She'll go after me.
All right, I'm sorry. She just has terrible grammar. I apologize to all the white trash out there. Her house looks nice and her mom looks normal. Whatever the fuck happened to her though?
Like if I tell her like hit me, she'll try to hit me and
Wait, did
after
her mom
me.
call her a bitch?
Like
Oh,
if
yeah,
I
so her
tell her
mom's
like
not a fucking.
okay,
I
never mind.
mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that's not that nice.
hit me, she'll try to hit me and I gotta like dodge her. Cause if she hits me, I'm giving it to her. I'm pretty.
It's pretty rare that that great parents have terrible children. You know what I mean? Like that, or like that go off the rails. Like it's not unheard of, but a lot of the time you can trace back bad like misbehavior to somewhere or something.
Yeah.
Usually it's
Yeah.
learned behavior, but for sure you have like.
Pretty violent. I mushed her in the face cause she wouldn't get out of my face.
This is just sad though. I just want to see the bit where she like.
Credit card. I ain't gonna lie. I'm finna be sliding.
Are you speaking English?
If you wanna take the next bitch car.
What now? I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Are you speaking English?
From the street.
Oh. Okay, so
Maybe it's
No,
like they were yelling.
stop.
She was. I feel like it was
You
what full
catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
hammer on you and prosecute you to the full extent of the
Then
law?
I do my time in jail. Jail ain't nothing. That's what I always do. They never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
I don't think that's when he's
Because
saying
you're
that.
too streetwise?
It's when
Yup.
he says it to him or she.
And
says
all
it.
these hoes laughing like something funny.
She's talking about the audience, that they're laughing at her.
Oh, here we go.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes?
Yep.
She's like, yeah. I'm a hoe. She didn't like it at all. She's a
Catch me
prude.
outside. How about that?
Catch you outside?
Oh, there
How about that?
That's it, yeah. How about that?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside.
And that sentence ended up making her like $5 million.
Yeah.
How about that?
Catch
about
you
that?
outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
Catch her outside, and she'll go outside and do what she has to do.
She's like,
That's what she's talking about.
support my baby.
This is all, but don't you see that this is all mouth? This is mouth.
She like, I fuck her up. She talk, but she can't fight for shit. I fuck that little girl up every time we fight.
Yeah.
She all mouth. Jesus, well, good luck to her. Anyway, so that chick went on to make a rap career and is still rapping. Like when you type her name in, the first thing that comes up is song names. Like that's like she made a song out of it. Let's hear it actually.
No, she's made like.
Oh
she's
my
a rapper,
god!
like.
So it's called "Catch Me Outside."
Oh no, she did.
Catch Me
actually.
Outside music video. Cash Me Outside. How about that? But Cash Me Outside is all one word. It looks like some sort of wool from Morocco. Cash Me Outside. World Star. World Star. It's only 1 minute 25 seconds. That's not a real song. How about that?
Right
So,
trash.
come on. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
fair one.
I mean, yeah.
stand
I take
corrected.
it back, white trash people. She's fucking your people. Directed by White Trash Trailer.
Tyler. What the fuck, man?
White Trash Trailer. I'm sorry, I was
Thinking
projecting.
about
Freudian slip.
trailers.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you fucking trailer. You trailer parkers. Oh my god, is that Elephant Man? I feel like she got Elephant Man to feature.
Like, she seems to. I'd say someone just.
Are we gonna get more than that? Are you gonna rap?
The hoes are laughing.
Featuring Dr. Phil.
Yeah, that's.
I'd say that's someone remixed it. Like,
Yeah.
The hoes are
most
laughing.
But she
Yeah.
seems
No,
to be
no,
rapping.
no,
She
no,
seems to
no.
be rapping to something else when she's like when
official music video. Whenever and it's on
Ooh.
World Star Hip Hop. That's a legit. Oh no, it's not. It's on Spectrum. It's got 3,000 subscribers. Everything I just said was invalid. It could be totally fucking fake. That's why it's only 1 minute.
The hoes are laughing.
like because she actually is a rapper, so I could have just made the video with. She's
Oh no,
rapping or
she
something.
definitely has a rap career. She
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
is.
No, but I'm saying
Whether
yeah.
this
But
is
in the
real
video,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
like looks
yeah.
like she's rapping other lyrics. Like
You're
she's not rapping. Catch Me Outside.
totally right. You're one of the smartest people I know. I just gotta let you know. I'm very impressed. Yeah. So anyway, I can't remember why we're talking about her either. I guess just from internet phenomenons from that black chick. Yes. Anyway, let's stop talking about her because whatever. She's right up there with like Kanye West.
Yeah, definitely.
Celebrities that I just want to give no attention to. I'm like, I don't want you to get money. I just don't. I
Yeah.
think you should have. I mean, have what you can get, but
You're a gay fish.
I certainly don't want to. No, you're a gay fish.
Do you like fish sticks?
Yes, I like fish sticks. Then
Yeah,
you're a gay
yeah.
fish.
I'm a rapper. I'm a genius.
Of
Of
course
course I love
I'm
you.
a fucking genius. I had no idea when I read this. When I read the title of this Russian Army Barbie Girl HD. First of all, it's probably sounds like some sort of weird like porn or like where you have those weird chicks who come out of Eastern Europe who like look like. Have you ever seen that Barbie chick?
Oh, there's loads of them, man. There's loads of them.
Yeah, there's like, yeah. I thought there was more than one of them. That's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my
Make
fucking
themselves look
life.
like Barbie.
Yeah, but see when like they're on like a convergence path with sex dolls.
Yeah,
It's like they're
yeah.
gonna start getting like electric vibrating vaginas inserted into that it'll be a race between the augmented women and the sex bots. The women will be like legit, they'll be like real women. They'll have like memories and stuff. But the sex bots, I mean, they'll be sex bots. What more can you say? They market themselves really. Like if you need a bot for sex. So they're all marching.
And then Barbie call goes on and they lose their shit.
It's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation. Come on, Barbie. Life is your creation. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party.
There's one guy that's
Barbie, let's
absolutely
go
loving
party.
it.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I like to imagine that they had to learn it and they have no idea what they're saying.
Yeah.
They're like, no death chance.
It means you are a killer.
It's the death to Americans. It's very insulting things about their mothers. Yes, Bobby is the name of American woman.
Well, imagine it's probably some sort of punishment.
No, I think it's a joke. It's for YouTube, probably. It's got 10 million views.
10 million views.
Yeah, it's
See, I've never seen this
uploaded
before.
by Valery Petrov. Who? How many subscribers? 11,000 subscribers. Oh my God! Every time I see the Russian language, I'm just like, Do they even need
It's
like?
Russian?
Do they even need to encrypt their code? Like, is there anyone who could actually? I look at it like that, I'm like, that's impossible. For some reason, it looks worse than like Asian, because you're like, I said Asian. I know they have different languages, but I just
I know
mean
what
Asian.
you mean. No, because they have the
Asian,
same kind of writing.
Yeah. It's weird because it's like they took our language and fucked it up. It's like a Russian, like it's like someone like remixed the English.
Yeah.
They
The
start,
other ones are far
added
enough
some
away.
letters in there or numbers in there as well. For like
they probably all start with Greek or something originally, and then because A alpha, like our alphabet, must come from Greek. So and they have some shit. Like I've looked at the Russian alphabet. It's fucking scary.
How much letters? In
Oh,
that?
dude, you understand the Cold War when you look at the Russian alphabet. You're like, oh yeah. That would fucking creep me out too, especially if I didn't have Google and I couldn't see them doing Barbie girl. Russian alphabet is
Lesson 1.
I don't want to learn Russian. I don't even. I want to go to Russia.
It's only
but
33, is it?
I'm suspicious that it's not nice.
It's more than ours.
I've never been.
Huh?
I don't
It's more
know.
than ours, don't it?
Yeah, but I
Whoa.
thought it'd be loads.
Google. Do you think I wanted to click on an image and then be taken to a page full of images? I just want to see the.
You went on to
picture.
Pinterest. I hate that.
It's Google Images is not as good as it used to be.
No, it always brings you on to Pinterest, and then you get that stuck
my
into that where like,
God. Yeah,
and you can't
thank
even see the image that you were going to look at.
I like to hack the internet. Now that I know about a little bit about code, like you can go into websites and like edit them live because like the code is all. It has to get it to display on your screen.
Can you get something that will read out the Russian alphabet?
Yeah, it's called YouTube. YouTube will do it for us.
There's probably a website though. Just.
Oh yeah, sure. And it's called YouTube. You're gonna go find a different website. Okay, we'll see who can do this quicker.
I'm not even. I'm looking at a firework going off.
Of course you are. Alphabet song. Oh shit! I had it. Fuck! I had pronunciation there. Google knew what I wanted. Here we go. How long is it? 4 minutes. Jesus fucking Christ! I just want a quick one. Can you just read through it real quick?
230, 250.
250. How to say that? Man, can I put it on double speed? It's gonna fuck it up.
How to say the alphabet in Russian.
You don't sound very Russian.
Ah.
Oh.
Ah.
This one is complex. Hey, we try that again?
Hey man, put away the flashlight.
Yeah, just put that on loop. The most mild blowjob ever. What go ahead? Okay. B.
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 V.
What?
V. Gay.
So they have two B's. That's a fucking nightmare to start
But
off
they're not
with.
two B's. They're two differently.
Yeah, but okay, so their thing that looks like a B is pronounced like a V, and their thing that looks like a 6 is pronounced like a B. This is not a good day.
V.
That's a B.
Yeah.
If I never, that's a big B and a little. How are you supposed to know your big B's from your little B's?
That's not even. That's a big B and a littler big B.
That's what I'm saying. How are you supposed to know if it's a capital or not? Like, not that it matters, but if you're writing down
I'd
a password.
say that's the letter. You have to write that to get the.
No.
That's the
But
whole
like,
letter.
let's say I had to write down a password in Russian, right? And I was an uppercase V. And I'm like, oh, is this a small V? Is this a small uppercase V or is it a lowercase V? This is not.
That's
I don't like it.
that's a flawed system.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, it's not often going to be a problem, but now we type more. But back in the day when you were writing shit all the time, they'd be like, is this a big V or a little V?
Why are you always shouting? In all of your letters.
V. Gay.
Oh, here we go again.
Gay.
You're gay. Fuck you.
Day. Day.
Does everything have to rhyme in Russian?
Hey.
Lay.
Yay. I'm seeing a pattern here. They don't have like different letters for capital. I think they just make them smaller.
Shay. J.
They didn't for the first two though.
Did they?
I think
Go
so.
back.
I think at the beginning they were different. Yeah.
Oh
it
yeah.
does.
I've learned Russian, so you just have to combine
And
things that rhyme with
this
A.
one they make a smaller one. They make bigger.
They make a small. That one's a 6. That's completely different. That bay is.
Yeah, but it's bigger.
They've
It's definitely
literally
bigger.
just hijacked the A's.
Yeah, you're right. The small one is bigger.
The two A's
Yeah,
are the
the
exact
A's are
same
not.
as English.
Yeah. Oh, but ours are.
Yeah,
very
ours are
similar
like,
to
but
alpha
ours are came from
Greek.
Latin and Greek and
Greek
everything.
came from Latin. Is that how it works?
It's just everything kind of spreads
just
off and comes.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Does anyone have different
Like we have
numbers?
apparently like English is a part of French, but like we
don't
came
know
from Greek.
anymore,
Like, so.
but
He's like, I only know
Or German.
I only know
English, some
all
German.
the
no,
other
like
ones.
I think nobody had ever like thought of zero
Wait.
until the Ottomans.
How many
I
numbers
think
do
the
you?
Ottomans.
How many numbers do you know? Do you know all of them?
No.
No. Do you know all the numbers, Mike?
Well, I mean, yeah.
I know a lot. I know a lot of
There's
them.
10 of them.
It might be all of them. I
There's
don't know.
0 to 9, and
There's
then
some
every
great
combination.
numbers. I mean, there's quintillions and it
I know
gets-
there's a quintillion. I could go to trillion, but I don't know what comes after trillion. I know other ones, but I wouldn't know what they are.
Oh,
I've definitely heard
a
words.
qua-
like
a
that.
quadrillion comes after
Oh
a
yeah,
trillion.
quadrillion.
yeah, quadrillion, and then
Pen-
after
A quintillion.
no,
or
it's
something.
Yeah, it is quint, is that?
Quint, yeah.
pentillion,
A pintillion. yeah.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
septillion,
There's loads of 'em, like-
sextillion, septillion,
Yeah.
nontillion,
What about-
and now
what
you're
about
into
that?
something weird. It's like a maybe
Dectil-
dectillion. I don't know. I know 12 is dodecatillion,
Yeah.
and then I'm lost. But it gets loopy. Like it goes up to like, like what is 10,000 million? Like, oh, that's actually a quadrillion. But but I mean, what is 10 million millions or something crazy like that? It's numbers so hard to even explain. We're talking about them.
Gay.
Let's finish this Russian alphabet.
Gay.
This is gonna take fucking
Day.
forever though.
There's 33 of these.
Day.
And he says them all twice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they all rhyme. What's the
Yeah.
deal?
Oh, they took the
Yo.
vowels.
Yo.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
You.
And the yo. Oh my god. I'm
Like
never
that
gonna
can't
get, that's
be
an
how
E.
their words
They stole
sound.
our E. What? What do you
Is that-
mean?
Like, is this like how they?
That's not how our letters sound.
Yeah, yeah.
When you
Like,
go-
I want something.
You're like
what
rat.
kind
You're
of?
like R.
They're just saying what
A.
the letter is. I want to know what the sound they make.
No, they're
So-
saying the letters. He's saying
Yo.
like A. He said A.
Yeah.
Ve, gay, pay, J. That's the first 6 letters of the alphabet. But ours would be like A, B, C, D, E. Oh, they're all rhyming. Fuck. With the A starts
F, G.
G. Yeah.
Fuck G.
But what are you saying? That
I
the
don't
word,
know,
the
never mind.
English words like milk doesn't sound like.
Because you don't hear anyone saying
Emaelke.
G.
Get me a glass of Emaelke.
Yeah, you're right.
Could you make sentences like that? Oh, it's too exhausting.
Would be very exhausting.
E.
Do Mississippi.
I can't even remember because I have to say what the letters are. What's W? Is it W? Oh, it's W. Oh, Jesus. What am I spelling it? You have to no. M-I-L-K. So it'll be H-E W. No, it doesn't work.
There's certain
I was
letters
trying to
that
say
just
he
don't
went,
work.
yeah, and I was like, it's gonna be a nightmare when you try to say he went. H-E-W-E-N-T.
J. Z.
Oh my god.
Z.
That's
This
3.
is
Those are
ridiculous.
numbers.
These are numbers and letters and fucking make believe. I'm pretty sure the fourth one was a bad guy in one of the Marvel movies.
J.
Not this guy, but one of the next ones.
J.
That's Doctor.
That's Doctor
Z.
Strange.
The one with
Those
the
are
arms.
those are 2
Z.
butts. That's a big butt and a little
E.
butt.
That's in backwards
E.
in.
I thought there was a weirder one. It was the
Ikratka.
oh my god!
Ikratkoye.
That's our W. That's their W. They're like Ikrakoi. E ve be Ikrakoi vichne
E.
We E.
Ikratka. Which is the name of this particular letter.
He had to explain further.
What the fuck is that even? What? I thought it was tripping.
Kratka is the second word of that name. The accent on that is on the first syllable.
What?
Ikratka.
I don't care enough to rewind.
One
It's
more
so
time.
boring. No, not
Ikratka.
again, please. Just keep going.
L. L.
So confusing. Some of it
M.
looks like Hebrew.
M.
Oh, that's nice.
N.
No, you're wrong, man.
Oh my god.
You're like, oh, we got the train back on the road. And we're into the woods again. Your H is an N. Your M is an M. We'll give you that.
O.
Okay. The O is.
O.
That, it looks like he put a 0 though by mistake because that's a tall.
Yeah.
P.
Fucking idiot.
P.
Okay.
S.
Gotcha.
I'm bored of
Jesus.
this.
Yeah,
Where are
I'm
the
so
extra
bored.
ones?
Did you see how fucked up it is? Like ka, ja, sa, sha. Oh, we got back to rhyming.
Oh, get that.
Okay, we hear that one.
Ja.
This letter. Sha.
Oh.
That's how you know it gets
Yeah.
confusing when he doesn't just tell you the name of a letter.
Yeah.
He has to prefix it. That should be that English. You're like, so There's this weird one coming up. It's called W.
Prepare yourself.
This letter is called Tviordeznak, which means hard sign. The first word of the name of that letter hits the accent on the first syllable. Tviordeznak.
Oh my god, why are you so boring? I suppose you'd be more interesting if I was trying to learn Russian. I just really wanted a really quick one of that. Oh, no, I'm not doing Russian counting. Yeah, okay, well, there you go. So I stand by my point that is very weird language. But like I say, when it's something that it shares these slight similarities. It's like how creepy Titans are, because they look like people, but they're not fucking people. They're all, it's creepier than just a weird fucking thing. You're like, oh, that's why what's that guy, Slender Man? Fuck, man, Slender Man's fucking creepy.
It's not real, Liam.
I know, but he's creepy. He just looks creepy.
Have you seen the movie? He's not. He does not look creepy. Shit.
No, I haven't seen the movie. I just seen. He's better as an internet.
As
thing.
pictures.
Yeah, but he's an internet. He's an internet phenomenon.
Yeah, and he's just in the background of pictures.
Internet phenomenon. Yeah, and he's very disturbing. So whatever, I can have my opinion about that. I think Slender Man is creepy. You can't tell me that he's not.
I just wouldn't find it as creepy if I saw him behind me, like.
Oh, what, a dude with no face? You wouldn't find that creepy
No.
at all. The dude,
Just knock him out.
an 8-foot-tall dude.
Still
with
got a
no
jaw, don't he?
face. I'm not, but you would just be like, this was not weird at all. Yeah, fine time. I just saw this 8-foot dude with no face.
What
and
if
I
he
just
had,
knocked
like-
him out?
what
and
if
I
he had, like,
just
been in an
skipped on my
accident?
way.
Just got him a step ladder and knocked him.
Bam. Yeah, what are you gonna do? You're gonna jump. You're gonna
What
do a
if-
jumping uppercut.
What if he had like been in an accident? And
Can't you just admit that Slender Man is scary?
No, I don't think so. I
What's
think
wrong
it's a
with you?
stupid thing
You
that
don't-
like
okay,
people
you're
get
trying to
scared
tell me
of.
you met a dude with no face that wouldn't creep you out?
Not really, no.
You wouldn't
I
think
just
that's
think,
weird?
like,
You wouldn't
something was wrong
tell
with him.
anyone? You're trying to tell me Mr. Shows
Maybe
me cats
even-
talking.
What
You
if
saw
he
a
was
dude with no face?
What if
and
he
you're
was
like,
a champion loser?
unremarkable event.
It's not on
and
Facebook.
he,
It doesn't
like,
count.
was going
No, yeah,
down,
he was
going
walking
for the
through
world
Scotland
record of speed on losing, and then like flipped off and skated down some shit and lost his face.
And if you saw that dude, he was walking through town and his eyes had
I'd
been
feel bad for him,
sealed,
like.
and his
I'd
mouth
be like, oh,
and
shit.
nose had been sealed.
Well, obviously he's got
And
like a
secretly,
respiratory system somewhere
unbeknownst
around
to
his
you,
body,
he was
like.
breathing through his ears. You would just be like,
Yeah, cool.
whatever.
Fair fuck some.
Yeah,
Well
you wouldn't
done.
Even, you wouldn't even put it on Reddit. You could get a lot of likes.
I don't put things on Reddit.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
Alright. No, I've never put something on Reddit. It's really annoying because
Put anything on Instagram?
You can't like make Reddit. There's stuff you can't do on Reddit if you don't participate in Reddit. Like you have to get Reddit points and shit. And if you don't-
Shit. What?
Yeah, if you get for like commenting and liking comments, you get like credits or whatever, and then those once you have a certain amount of points, you can like open like an r/whatever threads. You can
Oh,
open a
thread.
thread.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of fair enough because like.
Yeah,
you
it's
could
just also they just open.
Because
a
like if
fucking
you're,
million
I
of
think
them.
I think that's to stop like dicks from getting like because if you get upvotes and downvotes.
It's not about addicting. It's just about participation.
Yeah, so you
it's
just get
so
even
they
if you
don't have
put
bots,
if you comment on stuff and you get like a lot, you'd still get points for like getting a load of downvotes.
Yeah, it's just about participation.
Yeah.
It's not like it's participation trophy 101. But Reddit is so crazy. Some of the shit that I see that comes off there, like cults have formed on Reddit. And
What?
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, go on YouTube and there's like a bunch of fucking documentaries about the crazy shit that's happened on Reddit. But people have like died.
Well, is that's where
murders have been
Slenderman started from? Was it Reddit or was it 4chan?
4chan, I think. Yeah, but like murders have been solved on Reddit. Murders have been solved.
Murders have been solved.
Yeah, dude. Reddit is like an amateur detective agency. Like people bring problems to Reddit, and then there are literally like detective threads on Reddit where people will bring their problems, and then the hive mind of the internet goes to work, and they've like solved murders and shit.
Yeah,
and
more than one.
Yeah, multiple. Let's find some murders solved by the internet.
Man. Fair fuck some people. Murder solved years later.
And did you ever see that one where they caught the guy dragging a body on Google Maps?
And it's top 10, so there's obviously more than 10.
There you go to the top
Oh,
10.
18 times the internet.
We don't
that
need to
mightn't even be like the most.
Well, this is just 8 times.
There's an 18 below it.
Oh yeah, well there you go. So look, I think my point is proved that it's
yeah,
happened a lot.
fuck. It's a thing. Like,
yeah, and a lot of cults have been formed on Reddit, and then
what kind of cults?
Just
like,
Slenderman classic culty cults. You don't get a lot of cult. That's like saying like what kind of church. It's like it's a churchy church. It's a place where they go and pray. Because to be a cult, you have to be you have to fit into a certain definition.
Bracket.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like I don't know there was one that was formed around like this guy. Cults are usually a cult of personality, so it's usually like there's some person at the center of it. There was some guy who was like he was a millionaire and he was he would go on to random Reddit threads and just give people like thousands of dollars in Reddit credits, which will allow you to get like Reddit Gold, which is I don't know what it does.
Oh
but,
my
like,
god, man! This
People
is
are very
crazy.
invested in Reddit.
What the
oh my
fuck,
god,
like-
yeah, Reddit is a lifestyle more than it is a fucking app.
Jeez, I'm new to it, and I fucking like that's crazy.
I get
Fuck it, I'ma
sent to
delete it.
Reddit a lot, but
I'ma
I
delete-
don't.
I get sent to it a lot
live
as well.
on Reddit. I've never.
I get
hung
sent to
out
it a
on
lot from
any of
playing
them.
Red Dead Redemption.
YouTube is my social media. That's the one I hang out the most on. I spend hours and hours and hours on YouTube, just fucking
Watching videos on like documentaries and shit.
Yeah, like a lot of all my coding, all the stuff that I learned through YouTube, and then I learned all my economics through YouTube. Well, not most. I have a few books, but dude, like books are such a pain in the ass. Like you can't carry them in your pocket and read them at the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
time. Like I used to think like I really used to beat myself up that I didn't read more because it was always so linked with intelligence in my head. Like smart people read.
So if you
There's more-
listen, yeah,
look how
something.
many books I've read. Look, they're all on
Do
the
you
shelf
retain the
forever.
information better though if you read books? Is that what it is like that when you're listening
Not
to it?
necessarily.
I don't know. No,
from
is
my
that what
personal
the theory is? Like,
experience, I think what it is that you retain information that you write down the best because the actual physical act of
you'll
writing the
remember
words
doing
out,
it. It's
yeah,
like that memory kind of
It's
thing.
the most involved. There's probably something to reading, but the problem I find with books is that it's too much of an engaged process. Like I need to sit down in
Yeah.
like a reasonably quiet place and I need to focus with my eyes like up close. It's just
See, that's how you wouldn't that be like how you'd retain the information more? Because like if you're watching a video on YouTube and you don't have to like necessarily watch it,
Yeah,
you
I
just listen
agree.
to it. You'd be like moving around and maybe like making tea while listening, and you're not really taking it in because you're concentrating on making
yeah,
the tea and stuff.
you're
you know?
totally right.
Whereas
So-
when you're book, you have to be there. Like
I've done like a calculation that I think that like I get so much more information that YouTube. That's let's say I only take in half of it.
you get what you need though.
That I'm getting way more than with a book because the thing with a book, like I could only realistically, let's say I really fucking wanted to read all the time, I could only realistically read for like 2 hours a day, and I would never watch anything on TV. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, and what is that? That's like maybe a book or two a month. So like yeah. So whereas with the YouTube, dude, I could watch fucking hundreds of hours of YouTube in that time. And the thing with books as well that really upsets me when I realize is
No
that
pictures.
a lot of the I got books and pictures. I got lots of picture books. The problem with books is that you realize like books are like an ego driven process. Like someone thought like, oh, the things I have to say are important enough to put in a book, and then you get a lot of information in a book that's nothing to do with what you want to know.
Yeah.
It's like them telling you, oh, there was this time I did this thing, or like they want to make it sound good. Whereas I prefer mostly I want YouTube videos where the dude's just like, all right, these are the fucking important things that you need to know.
Yeah.
Don't worry about all this other bullshit. Like there are YouTube
Yeah.
videos where guys break down books in 6 minutes. So they're like, here, yeah, you could read this 500-page book, but really at the end of it, what you're gonna feel and what you're gonna remember are most of these things. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, but reading the book gets you into it, and you like feel like you're there, and blah blah blah. And then
So I think
so
for
listening
me,
to it, you're like, oh, well, that's kind of interesting.
like
but when
you
you
can see
read it, you get like
on my bookshelf, right? When I was a kid, it was all fantasy or not fiction, and now as I grew up, it's all like educational books. And what I think is that for me, since I mostly want educational information, that the involved process of reading a book is
Oh, yeah,
actually
that's
just
right,
kind
yeah.
of
Yeah, no,
hindrance.
yeah, that's true.
But you're right. Like I do prefer reading a book than say watching a movie made of a book.
Yeah.
But I gotta say I prefer listening to audiobooks than I do reading books, which makes me feel like a dumbass. Like saying it, I'm like, oh, people are gonna think.
Well,
I'm
you
stupid.
get more tired by reading a book than listening to it.
I'm not saying that's right. That's just how I feel. Like, oh, smart people read. Like, I don't read I don't listen to audiobooks. I read real books.
Sean's just there flexing like I read a book every day. I'm
No,
smart.
man, I listen to audiobooks.
Oh yeah, well now yeah.
Dude,
you
it's
stop.
hard to argue.
I
Like,
know when last
Why do you
I
keep
read
picking up
a
books though? Just to have them.
I have so many books that I'm going to read someday.
Do you read a book on audiobook and then go and get the book so you can have people come over and be like, yeah, I've read that book.
Most of the ones that I have an audiobook, I either don't have the book or I got the audiobook after reading the book.
Oh.
Yeah. When I first started listening to audiobooks, I only listened to audiobooks of things that I actually read. So it would be like re-listening. So I'm like, I don't want to fucking read the whole thing again. I just like the story. I want to hear good shit.
Skip.
Yeah, but now I would probably want to, like, if it was a book, like, for instance, like, if the new Patrick Rothfuss book ever actually comes out, I will read that before I actually listen, because
Yeah.
there's an involved process. You're right. It is.
It's more immersive when you have it in your hand.
But it's not efficient. That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
no.
It's a really.
But the reason that it's not efficient is because you want to
You're
be
so
in the
immersed.
book. Like you have to be immersed. Like whereas that's what I'm saying.
I
Like, if you
agree,
yeah.
but for another reason is that humans have only been reading for like en masse for like 300 years,
Yeah,
and
true.
even then it wasn't very common. Like to have a shelf full of books 100 years ago. What am I, a fucking king? Like,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I get all that fucking paper from? But you
Yeah,
we
shit.
should-
Yeah, when was the printing press? That's not too.
like the
18
1600s or something. So it's like 400 years. But just because they were
400
printing doesn't
yeah,
mean
yeah,
like,
no,
we're
everyone,
all
not
fucking
everyone, yeah, not
getting
everyone
our
had it.
fucking Charles Dickens on.
Sure, the first thing that was printed was the Bible, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
like, but that's the only thing it was used for. Like,
And
wasn't
then-
used for.
and then
Here's
you
a
had to
cooking book for
teach people to read. Like,
Middle
'cause
English.
Jesus, in the 1600s, the literacy rate was
Yeah.
probably like below
Everyone.
20% or some shit. Like, who the fuck? You probably know how to. You knew your
I'd say, yeah.
scrawl. You probably know how to do your signature.
Just be like the royal family and like bankers and.
There was
which
upper
actually,
class
which
people.
probably
It's
would have
probably
been
about 20%, I would
Yeah.
imagine, or something. Let's check. We got the internet in front of us. What are we talking like? We're peasants out here in the
I
fields.
just imagine it would be
wondering
lower.
things? Literacy rate before Gutenberg. Maybe that's too specific.
Yeah.
Here we go. Printing press and its impact on literacy. Oh, that looks
Oh,
like a lot of
Jesus.
information. I don't see any percentages.
Should find the audiobook of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and put it on double speed. Literacy. Yeah, get
Actually,
someone to
get the
listen.
fast
You could do
talking.
that. You could just highlight the whole thing and do it with the computer.
Oh yeah, you're right. Can you make them speak faster?
Yeah.
I don't
Oh, I
know.
don't know if
Probably
you
get
can.
an app for that.
Literacy rate.
Can I have it, Morgan
perfect,
Freeman?
Perfect. There we go. That's good enough.
Good enough, yeah.
Yeah. See.
11, yeah, I thought it would be. And
Whoa.
it rose from
Oh.
11 to 60. Jesus.
Dang,
A whole, like
fool.
100 years.
But again, just because people
Oh,
can
no,
read
250.
doesn't
Jesus.
mean they are reading.
I can't
They-
read, I'd say. Jesus Christ.
It's like, well, lots of us can read, but that doesn't mean that we do read.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. And that's the thing as well. Just because, like, if you can read, that doesn't mean you can read a book a week. That shit.
No.
Fucking reading books is
I'd
fucking
be fast enough at reading,
hard,
I'd say.
man. The
Probably
main
Sean
thing,
would
though,
probably be
is
the
that
fastest, I'd say.
we've
'cause
only
he
been
actually
reading
read.
for a little bit, and we've been listening to stuff forever. Like,
Yeah.
that's how you get
Well, yeah.
information. You know, it's not a new process to hear someone talking. So I think that's my thesis on why books fucking suck.
And they're also amazing at the same time.
Yeah, they're great. They serve their purpose, but like it's like TV, where you're like, yeah, TV, Sky, these things, like, yeah, when you had nothing else, it beats 3 channels, and it beats like living in a cave. But now Netflix is here, so can everybody just fucking cancel Sky so Sky can make an online thing, and we can all just make the internet faster and cheaper and not waste time on. Who cares about? I just can't even understand. She's a fuck. I'm sorry. I don't need to get into this rant. I think that's all I have to say, really.
Did you see the the school children's rap for, like, was it global warming?
Oh,
Irish school
climate
children
change,
rap.
Yeah, that was over in
Really?
like.
Yeah,
It's a dumb man.
look it up. Yeah, it's local enough.
Yeah.
like,
What?
it's like for like.
Supposed to be
climate
quite
change or
good.
whatever.
I've
Yeah,
been
it's really
told.
good. Look it up.
Can't remember who told me.
I'm glad you told me it was local before I said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I going to type in?
I don't know. School children's rap.
School children.
Climate change.
Em White.
Oh, school children rap so much though. School
Yeah, but
children
like
rap.
Ireland,
yeah.
Ireland.
Ireland doesn't have that many rapping school children.
I'd say that's it. Yeah, the first one.
Do you think we have more black people or more rapping school children?
Wait
in
till you see,
Ireland?
dude.
Is this it? The top
This
one?
it, yeah.
Oh my god, they made a video. It wasn't just at school.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jesus. Okay, I'm just gonna watch it and say nothing because I don't want to fucking upset.
Oh man, you didn't even get the rap.
Oh well, you.
These kids wrote a rap song about climate
How is
change.
this? Is this not gonna be it?
I don't know. Mate, keep saying. Oh, there's that.
Oh,
We can make a difference in our own school.
Let me just get this out from the jump, right? It is not anything to do with them. It's just like rap is can be
Yeah, yeah.
so easily cringy.
Yeah.
It's just like
When
'cause
Irish rap is very.
you know
it
where
can- it
rap
can-
comes
some, I
from.
like some Irish rap, but like a lot of it is very cringy. Once you hear their accent, you're like, oh my god.
yeah, there's that can be off-putting.
But I'd say
let's
he's
just
English,
say-
is he? This
Yeah,
guy.
he's very English. You can get over that part, right? But just that rap is so when you know where it comes from, because it's not like, oh yeah, there were some rappers that were like not from somewhere rough. Rap is originally a rough thing.
Wait, it's one small change, we can do that today. A mind's getting bigger while the world's getting smaller, but saving the earth's becoming a tall order.
And no one knows how to rap either. Sentences are repeat.
Minute you awake from your nightly nap, you can make little changes like turning off the
There's people up here that know how to rap.
From your nightly nap. Excellent.
Yeah, it's a bit reachy.
You can cycle or walk your way to the classroom.
Cut down the fuel you used to get to school.
This is a beat.
Let's carpool.
In your lunchbox, cut down the plastic.
That is not safe.
These things aren't too drastic. Spread the word, get vocal. Make it go global.
see, look, they're
good.
doing it. They're in their Jeep with their fucking
making them
like
thugs.
what the fuck? It's just confusing. You're like, that's why how I feel when I see Drake songs. I'm like, is this rap? Like, what happened to rap? I don't want to be the old man, but I'm like, what happened to rap?
Too drastic. Spread the word, get vocal. Make it go global. When buying food, stay local.
It's
Never
pretty
mind the
tight.
dishwasher, do it by hand. But I hate washing up. Come on, it's grand.
Okay, you've converted, dude. It's right.
We'll show
Love the beat.
how
it's
and now
not
it's up to
unreasonable.
you. It's our future.
It's our Earth. We need to protect it for
got
what
that,
it's worth.
Oh,
They didn't do the full one.
is that not the
Oh wait,
full?
it was shown there where they were.
What
Where are they
the?
from?
Why would you interrupt me?
What?
Yours is so
It's like an ad. They built an ad into the
We
video.
need to protect it for what it's worth.
gangster.
Since we found out the Earth was sick,
Yeah,
we knew we had to do something quick. The Earth is our family and our friend. We need to mend it before it ends.
Right.
This is our home, so don't destroy it. Everyone should do their bit.
He wrote the beat. It was
Yeah.
like he knew exactly. He's like, this sentence is way too short. Y'all fucked this up entirely.
Yeah.
Seas getting high, homes will be flooded, polar bears will die, the sun's getting hotter, the rain will
No. The sun is not.
They are kids. They are kids.
I know
they
what
are
she's trying to
kids.
say, but the sun is not getting hotter. I mean, it might be, but that's not our problem.
Earth is getting
Our
hotter.
problem is that we're magnifying the sun. The sun, we're more insulated.
I'm afraid we won't survive at all. Recycle the plastic, please, it's free. You don't want that ending up in the sea.
It's like people use this planet as a bin. Pick up your trash, that's where you begin.
Temperature is rising, we are realizing. We must act now, there's no compromise.
Just one small
Oh,
change.
they got them all tugged out.
Yeah.
Tugged down.
I wonder did they buy the car for the video, or did they rent it like a proper rapper?
It's our future.
Drive away in the
We need
back.
to protect it for what it's worth.
It's our future.
It's our Earth. We
Got
need
the hook
to
and
protect
everything.
it for what it's worth.
Honestly.
If you cut down
So much
flowers and trees, you contribute to the mass extinction of the bees.
Bruh.
Think of the creatures that don't have a say.
Oh, look at
There
this.
has to be a better way.
There's no higher being
Get it?
to save
Bee?
the earth. We gotta do something before we get hurt.
He's gonna regret this video. No way. He's gonna be a legend.
Strictly
He's gonna be a
down.
legend.
Oh
In this day and age, he'll be a legend.
I think that's cool. Yeah, honestly, if I had a video where we were doing this and we were 6,
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
like, this is the
This is
shit.
fire,
I would watch it once a month for sure.
Yeah.
I
He'd
have
be
a-
showing everyone. He'd be like meeting someone like 10 years down the line up in Dublin in a club. It's like,
Like,
hey, this is me.
Cameras were not that like ubiquitous when we
Yeah.
were kids, so this is so.
We're
normal.
we find them cringy, yeah, but like it would be.
I find
we
like
would've been-
stories that I wrote when I was a kid and stuff. When I was like 6, I think that shit is the best, and especially or like a diary or something.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I was such a dumbass. This is incredible.
But my question is, do you? Just one.
Do I what? Sorry, I missed the
Know
point.
what to do. But my question is, do
No,
you?
you don't know
Just
shit.
Video is very educational.
You didn't even write that.
I'll be
Teacher
honest.
definitely wrote that.
I'll be honest. I
Sean's
don't
like,
actually
"I
think
don't know."
one small change can do
No.
much. We need people like Elon Musk to create like
Yeah,
other
super
things.
things.
Because everyone's like, oh, just renewables.
Yeah, but
Remember-
they're trying to say one small change with everyone. Like if everyone did one small change.
No.
I know, yeah,
'Cause-
but that's
'cause it's
just-
not like
yeah,
because
yeah.
there's
With
so much.
plastics and shit. Like I'm on that.
We need to change like 100 things.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if we
maybe.
change one, we're at like 99% each, and we're like, it's still not great.
Yeah.
We need because the thing is that people are like, oh, we should just have renewables. Like you sent me that thing about the electric boat
Yeah,
in
yeah.
China sent to collect oil or collect coal, which is
No,
like
it delivers coal to a electric
Power-
power plant or whatever.
It's an electric boat though.
It's an electric
Yeah,
boat,
yeah.
and sends
Yeah.
power. It's sending coal to a coal factory,
Yeah, yeah,
or
w-
burning
yeah,
the
which
power
is-
station.
yeah,
Power
yeah,
station.
which
Couldn't
is
think of the word.
calm down. Which is such bad PR, right? It sounds so terrible on paper.
Yeah.
But like, we can't just all
Yeah,
switch
yeah.
to renewables. We need batteries, and like there is
But
not
no,
enough
no.
batteries.
They don't have the technology to run a powerful enough battery. Like,
Yeah, well, so and it's volume as well. Like the reason Elon,
Yeah.
Tesla can't scale right now, or their big problem in the future, is to be able to create enough batteries. Because like, you
What
think,
do you
oh,
mean?
there's loads of batteries for like our remotes and shit. You're
there's
like,
a
yeah,
shitload
yeah.
of lithium lying
But
around.
we need
like,
to replace every car on the planet. You're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's a lot. That's a lot of big batteries. And then we also want to do all the power grids. Jeez, I mean, he installed one in Australia, and it was
In,
like
like-
the size of a small town. And it's like it'll do the power for like
a city, I think. Or
Melbourne. I think it's Melbourne, around Melbourne, somewhere in the south. Hey, that's the other thing. The fires are out in Australia apparently, or most of them.
What's yeah,
Because
yeah.
they got the worst rain
Yeah,
in
yeah.
30 years.
Oh my god.
And apparently, since the earth is so scorched, it all just
Yeah,
rolled
everyone
straight off. So
flood,
now they
yeah.
have the incredible
Flurry
terrible
floods and shit. Yeah.
So apparently, even when it is on fire, it pours. When it rains, it pours. When it's fire, it pours. It's just.
But they
pouring.
reckon like those fires will become like a yearly thing now. Like,
I don't get it though, because things don't grow that fast. So it's like, don't you just burn all the shit?
I think it does, because like the burn, that's like fertilizer for land, and if they're like in a place like Australia where there's a lot of sun, if you get a lot of water, it won't grow up to like what it was.
Yeah.
But
But they can't be.
It will grow up, like you will have a lot of vegetation back.
Part
by
of
next
my
year.
understanding was that wildfires become more common as you prevent them, because the tinder builds up. Like every time you put a fire out, you leave more fuel
yeah,
for the
yeah.
next one. So eventually one comes that's so big that they can't put it out anymore. That's what they're saying about California, is that they're saying it's not a question of if, it's when there's a fire so big that it runs from the inside to the outside and burns straight through LA or San Francisco. California is such a nice place, but
think
it
you
is
just
so
start-
right on the level of being destroyed in so many
Yeah,
ways.
yeah.
It's like the apocalypse will start in San
There must have been a
Francisco.
lot of gold to build a country or a city there. Like,
Yeah, well, it's crazy because it starts with the gold rush, and then
Mm.
it evolves into Silicon Valley and Hollywood and all
Yeah.
that shit out there. But when you go to San Francisco, it's like the apocalypse is
Yeah,
happening
yeah.
in parts of it. People are like shitting on the streets.
they're waiting for
just
Godzilla to
walking
rise up
around.
and just start hacking. There's
Yeah,
cars
it's
like-
like it's absolutely insane. It's the same in Vancouver. Like where
Where's
you
that
have,
volcano? That's Yosemite Park, is it? That's
Yes,
near as well. Like
super
that's the
volcano.
nearly ready to fucking blow the fucking half the world up.
That's the thing about life. Is like, even if you solve all the problems and we don't get killed by AI
Yeah,
and
yeah.
nukes, you're like super volcano,
Yeah.
meteors, the sun will die, solar flare. Okay, and on that note, congratulations, everyone. You're all going to die one way or another. I need to pee.